Okay, so werewolf games. Yeah, this is the new film from Cara Claymore and Jackie Payne. Jackie also writes the script, right? It is produced by Rob Margulies, executive produced by Landon Fawn, Michelena Scorzazelli, Eric Salmia, Pete Doughton, Tom Cooley, and Cara Claymore. It is associate produced by H.P. Corner, Randy Goodwin, David Thomas Newman, and Stephanie Webb. It is co-executive produced by Judy Toomer, Cliff Samara, Norman Konvitz, Jeff Furlong, co-produced by Robbie Bryan and Daniel Lonsbury. Yeah, that is that, right? Music was handled by Luca Balboni. Eric Salmia also edits the piece. Rob Margulies also took care of the casting. Production design is Carly Wyman. Hair and makeup, we have Chris Bixie Lee, Fang Wan Jing, and Ingrid Weeks. Also, special effects were handled by Eric Salmia as well, and visual effects by Eric as well. Our cast. So, the judge was played by the late great Tony Todd. We've got Demi, played by Bai Ling. Bill, played by Robert Picardo. Monica, played by Lydia Hearst. Pepper, played by Teala Dunn. Raymond, played by Tim Realbuto. Zach, played by James Crittenden. We have Matt, played by M.K. McManus. Natalie, played by Tabitha Jane. The captain, Susie, played by Cara Claymore. The captain, played by Tyler Gattoni. We got Chris, played by Leon Andrew Joseph. Seth, played by André Tempfer. Emmett, played by Ethan Ingle. Right, and our guards, they were played by Leif Ingalls, Joe Wells, Chris Burke, and Chaim Rochester. The gist of the film is this. It's adapted from the adult party game of social deduction created by Dimitry Davidoff in 1986. Werewolf Game is a death game, horror mystery film. 12 kidnapped strangers must play a game where they vote on who amongst them to murder. At night, the werewolves hidden amongst them come out to brutally kill one of the 12 villagers. In return, the days repeat until one winning group remains. So, that's the film. Right, but the gist of the game doesn't necessarily make sense, right? So they're saying you win if you've only got villagers left, or if you've only got werewolves left, right? So that, that's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, that, I mean, you'll see in the film that doesn't necessarily make any sense. This is an odd film, right? It's, from what I can make out, it is the directorial debut from Claymore and Payne, right? And the first film Payne has written. There was an embargo on this, right? Because the film's out tomorrow, right? The 21st, and you couldn't put out the reviews until the 20th. There is usually a distinct reason for an embargo. And this film definitely, it definitely shows why there was an embargo. It is, oh, I mean, listen, it's, Claymore and Payne's first film. They want to make a good film. You know that, right? This, though, it's just kind of messy, right? The concept of it, you take you kidnap these strangers and you put them and you have them play this game. That's all well and good. That's all fine, right? We've seen similar concepts. I mean, there was, oh God, it was Dark Game, I think it was. We looked at over Christmas, which was a similar thing and terrible. You could look at Saw and just all of these things that have this similar concept. So it's not a new concept, but it's all about execution, right? How are new people approaching an idea? That's always the fun of it. And this, as I said, it is messy, right? We've got these people kidnapped, and our actors, and they're not new to the game. We have people here who have been in multiple films, but there is so much overacting. It is painful, right? So it's like someone put them in this room and said, okay, act scared. And we have this weird, bit where they're all trying to be scared, but you don't buy that they're scared, because if they're scared, we'd be getting more, right? We'd be getting a lot more. We also, just the dialogue. Oh my God, the dialogue is horrendous. Oh, I don't want to die. I'm here. And it's just all of this kind of thing. And just, again, a lot of overacting. All right? People, either shout, right? Or talk in a stilted fashion. And that is meant to get across anxiety and fear and anger. And it just, at no point does it ever seem to work, right? Do you ever believe in any of these people? We just don't buy them, obviously the werewolves are meant to be hidden, right? So everyone's just like, I'm not a werewolf. And they're like, okay, that's good to know. And you're just like, what are you doing? Right? Of course, everyone's going to say, I'm not a. That's not the thing. We didn't get anyone trying to really get an understanding of who these people were, so you can ascertain, are they lying? Are they? We didn't get any of that. We have a weird relationship where you're just like, wait, why and how? Like, why and how? It was very bizarre. And oh my God, the over effects are very jarring. Like, every scene has a musical bed. Like, every scene. Now, you know, people, I am not a fan of emotional music. Right? When you should be able to buy it from the scene, right? From the body language, from what the people are saying, right? The cadences. You should understand what a scene is. You don't need music to be like, this is sad, this is happy, right? We don't need that. And it bugs me. Look, it can work very well, but there's some people that use it as a crutch. And in this film, it's literally in every scene. I don't believe there is any scene without a musical bed, which is bizarre, right? It is so weird. Also, sound effects, right? They have superimposed, right, sound effects in everything, right? There's a bit where one of the guys is shadowboxing at night, like waiting for these werewolves to come. Now he's wrapped his hands, right? He's wrapped his hands. You're just like, wait, where did you get the material to wrap your hands? And why? Right? It made no sense, especially to what other things that happen in the film. But when we see him shadowboxing, they've added a whoosh, 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 whoosh. Every time he throws a punch. You're just like, wait, what? There's another scene, someone's pacing with an axe, and as they swing the axe, it's like a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh noise. You're just like, even the pacing, right? They have a clump, 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 clump. And you're scratching your head like, we know what's happening here. We don't need you to, dub in sound effects of someone walking. Because we can clearly see that they are walking. But the pacing is literally one step, turn around, one step, turn around, one step, turn. You're just like, I don't think anyone's doing that. Or if you did do that, you'd stop straight away because you're like, yo, this is very dizzying. I need to stop this shit. Right, so there's just one of the worst as well is, yet again, as I mentioned, there's this weird relationship. It's the kissing noises that they have put in. You're just like, oh my. I think there's a noise he pushes up her skirt, and you have this noise of like fabric. It's oh man, I don't know what they were thinking. I really do not know what they were thinking. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. They're in these cabins. They've been locked away. As I said, kidnapped on this island, and their clothes do not get dirty. Their clothes do not seem to change. We don't know if there's showers. I mean, these look rudimentary cabins that they're locked in. So I don't know if there's showers. It doesn't look like there would be showers. But yeah, they don't look dirty or, like anything. It's just a concept has been, hit upon. Be like, yo, let's make a film. We could do it on that, that party game, Werewolf Game. Yeah, that's great. And that's all they've got. It's just like the ending is bizarre. But you're thinking, this company has got all of these resources, all of this money, right? It's a huge company. They've been doing this for years. And that's all I can really say. But you're just like, yo, you know what I mean? If a company's that big, if they've been doing this for so long, you know? Oh, there's there's questions that don't seem to get asked. Like there's one guy that goes, I know the security procedures they've got here. And I was just like, wait, how the fuck would you know the security procedures here? You know? Like one guy there's this really loud noise that's meant to kind of debilitate everyone. Someone even says it can burst your eardrums if you stand too close to it. Right, so one guy puts some fabric, like basically a sweatband, over his ears, and that's meant to help him be able. And you're just like, I mean that would do absolutely nothing. If you wanted to do anything, he would stuff something inside his ear. Right? But a bit of fabric over the top? That, I mean, if it's like a headphone, something that kind of cups and encases it, that could do something. But not just a strip of fabric. A strip of fabric. A girl standing on a cliff when this big noise goes off the first time. Now, we see everyone else jump, right? Which you get if you're not expecting this thing. She does not. And you'd be like, if she's standing at the edge of this cliff, she's going to jump off the cliff. But no, it is it's a film that just feels like it's been rushed. Like, you know, maybe not the actual shoot, but the script. Right, the production, like all of these elements seem to have been rushed because there's not really anything that we can put your finger on and go, that was really good. That was really good. It's all a mess. It's all a mess. If you like that kind of B, C, probably a Z type horror film, you know what I mean? That's your thing, you might enjoy Werewolf Games. Right, if you like Dark Game, let's say, yeah, that's probably the one. If you enjoy Dark Game, if that was like, yo, this is so good, you'll like Werewolf Game, right? I mean, that's a very good barometer for you there. And if you want to see Tony Todd's last film, I think it's his last film. But yeah, if you want to see him, you might want to check it out. It's available on VODs from the 21st of January. People, Werewolf Game.